The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors. Lighting for ECAT production provided by the Avery Lee Williams Family Foundation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Happy New Year, everyone, from Topic Time Nation. This is Topic Time with Harrison Young in 2026, and what a show we have tonight. We're going across the pond to merry old England, and I have a female crooner, a beautiful singer-songwriter named Carol Stevens that I'm interviewing, and we're going to hear a couple of her songs about halfway through the show. But of course, before we get to her, I got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So, we have the Boston Auto Group in North Easton. We have Grip It and Rip It, sports trading cards and video games in West Bridgewater. We have Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We have Jalen's Delicious Restaurant in Middleborough on Route 28, right across from the State Police Barracks. They make incredible lunches and dinners. We have Lynch's Towing Auto, Cycle and Truck Center in Brockton, now at 26 Knapp Drive. One number for towing, one number for projects. My pal Lynchy there in Brockton is always in search of new scrap metal, wheels, anything to do with transportation. He handles it all. We have the Vittoria Connoisseria, Brazilian Meat Market in Taunton. We have Hartley's Jamaican Restaurant in downtown Brockton, delicious Jamaican cuisine, and they'll be opening a new restaurant in Randolph later this year and keeping the one in Brockton, of course. We have Rose Jewels in Kingston, rocking the South Shore in custom design for 29 years. And they're also having a $50 raffle tickets for sale for a total weight, 2-carat diamond bracelets, valued at $5,000 each. And they're having a birthday party for the business on February 6th. So you want to go there, and you can purchase the tickets online or in person, and the raffle will be held at the party. We have Furnace Brook Motors in Easton and Norton, now with a new location in Norton for a great deal on used cars for both those locations. We have Bay Street Vape and Smoke in Taunton. We have the Wareham House of Pizza in Wareham. We have the Riverside Cafe in Wareham, open 6 days a week, all except Wednesday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. They make the best breakfast from Boston to the Cape, and they have DoorDash delivery. We have Diesel Plus Unlimited in Whitman. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We have One Good Credit in Brockton. We have The Connect, the great store in Brockton for sporting good apparel. We have the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We have Mulberry Frozen Yogurt in Raynham. We have Doggy Boutique, all-beat professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next-door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We have Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have Mrs. Swift's and More Antiques and Collectibles in East Bridgewater. We have Johnny Macaroni's Restaurants, 3 great locations for that delicious restaurant, 2 in East Bridgewater and 1 in Halifax. We have Anthony Cycles in Middleborough. We have Brian's Barbershop in Kingston. We have Furnett and Associates, attorneys at law in Brockton. We have Uplifted Nutrition in Taunton. We have Gabe's Auto Services in Southeastern. We have the Alter Ego Salon and Spa in Berkeley. We have the Mansfield Boxing Club in Norton. We have the International Food Gourmet in Brockton. We have the Executive Barbershop in Easton, Feel How You Look. We have Evan Young Realty, that's my brother Evan the Realtor. We have DNS Auto Works and Collision Specialists in Abington on Route 58. We have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in the building in room 211, and we have Joe's Diner in Taunton. We have Sharnock Auto Body and Repair in Lakeville. And I want to thank you guys so very much. And now Carol Stevens, thank you for doing my show tonight from your beautiful home in merry old England. Hey.
That's lovely. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your show, Harrison. It's amazing. I'm going to have to get this over the map. Anyway, but never mind. No, it's great to be here, and Happy New Year anyway for you. You know what I mean? Because it's we have all been, well, we've been out all Christmas and New Year, haven't we? So we're back now anyway. We're up and running.
Okay, try to keep your head try to keep it centered in front of you.
I'm trying to keep it up, but it's.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the chandelier, the glare is, that's a better way. Yeah, that's it. Keep the chandelier. That's perfect. Now there's no glare. That's great. Okay. All right.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that's a lovely home you have, by the way. What part of England are you in?
I'm from a place called Cramlington, and beside Newcastle, and on the coast beside Whitley Bay. It's lovely. It's about 50 miles from 80 miles from Scotland. So we're quite away, yeah.
Okay. Are you near Scotland? Because I've been to Scotland. Scotland's beautiful. I was there 45 years ago in 1981.
We're about 80 miles from the borders,
Okay.
so you're all right on the borders.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's why
So you're in Northern England, right?
I'm a Geordie.
Okay, cool. That's wonderful. All right. Well, tell me about your career. I mean, you're a singer-songwriter. Now, we're going to hear two songs that you've done about halfway through the show, and they're all originals, right?
Yes, all originals. Yes.
Okay. And I also noticed that you did some kind of an event in Atlanta. Did you go? Was that in 2024? Because I know that there was an event that had featured some of my musical guests there. A lot of them were country and western singers from the U.S. But were you there as well?
I was there last year, 2025,
Okay.
and I've got like Singer of the Year award. Well, Songwriter of the Year. My song Wham Bam won the award. So, well, it won the bronze award. So I've just been nominated for this year again now. So, so hopefully I've got a song called My Dream Lover, which I've entered that one in for it. So I'm going for gold.
Okay. All right. So would you consider yourself a country and western singer? Is that it? Because those are the awards, even though
I've
you're not from the States.
I've always sung country from being like a child. I've always loved like the likes of Dolly Parton and Billie Joe Spears, Anne Murray or Glenn Campbell, all them. I've always loved all those songs. So country's always been in my heart, although I have sung everything from like rock to like old time stuff. I started when I first started singing, I was singing for like ballroom dancing, so that'll give you like a genre of what I do. I just don't sing country. I sing loads of different genres, and I do write different genres as well, but country is what I like.
Okay. So tell me about your life growing up. I mean, how old were you when you started doing music, and who were you emulating? Just wondering if anybody.
I was dragged to piano lessons when I was 5 year old.
Okay, same here. Oh, I was 6, but okay.
So I got up to 8th grades piano. I did like recitals at the City Hall when I was about 11. The City Hall's like a big theatre here at Newcastle. So I did that when I was 11-year-old. So I think when I got on the stage there and I saw all the spotlights and the lights, I thought, oh, I could do this. Like so, just carried on from there and went on to like big organs like C3 organs and which I love because like the Procol Harum and all that with their songs and the sound of it was fantastic. So I just thought, well, I wouldn't mind having a go at that. So that's how I started, and then I got into doing that with the organ, and then I did have to have an organ teacher for that because I played, like the big bass pedals and everything on the floor, and then I got put into a holiday camp to play for artists, and that's where it all started. So that was like my initial break into like showbiz.
Okay. So how old were you then when this happened?
When I first started playing in clubs, I was only about 17.
Okay. Now I don't know. I don't know how the school system works in England. I mean, did you have like talent shows in your schools and that you were part of and all that, or how does it, or does it, or did school have nothing to do with it?
No, you had like maybe a winter play or something, or your Christmas nativities, but there was never any like talent contests or anything like that in those days when I went to school, which
Okay.
is really. I mean, you were lucky if you got a triangle to play.
Okay. Well, all right. So this is, you started when you were taking piano lessons when you were 5 years old. Now you play the organ too. What other instruments? Anything else? And when did you start singing as well?
I dabble a bit on the guitar, but I haven't got very fluent with that. I do a few chords on it, because I always think like with country you need to play a guitar. It's more like guitar orientated, but I just it's hard to learn. But I'm getting there slowly but surely. And what was the other part of your question?
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What inspires you to write? You write your own songs. Everything's original, which is great. Were there any people in your life or stuff that you've been through that inspired you to write your songs, or do you just kind of like listen to the wind and hear what it tells you?
It's a bit of everything, really. I listen to like old songs I used to like listen to and everything, and I used to write all the words down all the time to the song. So I think that got me into writing lyrics, even though they weren't mine. I was writing somebody else's lyrics. But then when I got older, I was like you say, past experiences maybe bring stuff on, but I find mostly it's things that I'm watching when I'm out. And I might see somebody doing something and that'll inspire a song. So, and then I come back and I write on my little pad and whatever, and away I go.
Okay. All right. Now, did you say, were you ever in a band or were you always a solo artist?
I've been solo, I've been in a duo, I've been in a trio, and I've been in a rock band. So
Okay. Tell me about the rock band you were in. I mean, was it like one of those heavy metal bands like The Who, or was it more like a cultural phenom like the Beatles? I figured you must have some inspirations from those bands, obviously being from England. Or not?
Well,
You tell me.
the rock band that we had, we used to do like stuff like The Who and Free, songs like that, Heart, just all like the big rock songs really. We used to do that, but we used to like tour like over in Germany, like the American base camps, for like all the soldiers and the airmen and things like that. So we used to go there, and then we used to go up to like Scotland and work up there. But like I say, it was more heavy rock. But I used to sing in that with my husband. So there was the two of us up front. So it was good. I enjoyed that.
Okay, so that's basically your inspirations. So how much time do you spend writing songs? I mean, do you do it like weekly, daily, or? I mean, you've sent a lot of music videos to us, and we're going to play 2 of your songs in a couple of seconds. But I want to find out how often you do it. It's obvious you're pretty busy with it, writing and stuff, right?
I've got about 5 songs now, just lined up, ready to be recorded. I can't get the time to do it because there's other people always asking me to sing songs for them. So, but I've got my own there, and I've just brought My Dream Lover out, which is the one that's going in for the ISSA Awards. But I write. I don't sit down to write a song. I just wait till something comes to me, and then I write it. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. But they're always there.
Okay. Well, guess what? We're almost halfway through the show already, and we're going to hear a couple of Carol's songs, and we'll be right back to discuss them. So enjoy them and stay tuned for the rest of the interview.
Vegas girls sure know what they're searching for. Oh, they're looking for the guys with a $100 bills. What's okay may play you when the money spills. Your card is marked when you walk in the door. Blackjack tables, roulette wheels, and slot machines. Now it don't matter what's your preference. Flashy girls and the flashing lights are only reference. And the Arizona says, well, life's not what it seems. Oh, the wheels are spinning and the chips are down. Oh, they're never gonna leave this crazy town. Champagne breakfast, lunch, and midnight cabaret. Bedroom suits, progress, free of charge. No persuasion needed for the girls to stay all night. Red tags and still no clocks on the wall. Oh, the wheels are spinning and the chips are down. Oh, they're never gonna leave this crazy town. are down. Oh, they're never gonna leave this crazy town. Weekend over high rollers, now take a ride. Chauffeur limousine stand right outside. She never got a drive-through wedding, a Vegas honeymoon. Just a toad up spinner and a wham bam bang man. Just a toad up spinner and a wham bam bang man. Just a toad up spinner and a wham bam bang man. Wham bam bang man. This ring on your finger has a story to tell. A ring that's so precious, you never let go. This ring has a value no money can buy. The ring that I gave you on our wedding day. I remember it well when you walked down the aisle. Your face was so happy, lit up with a smile. The preacher, he asked you, would you say I do? Then the angels in heaven smile down on us too. Years have gone by, and we both got old. Children were raised, now grown up and left home. How time passes by in the blink of an eye, but I can still remember you on our wedding day. This ring on your finger has a story to tell. A ring that's so precious, you never let go. This ring has a value no money can buy. The ring that I gave you on our wedding day. I gaze at the chair when you sat by my side. The garden you tended, now the roses they have died. The days are so empty and nights linger on. My life's so sad and lonely, how can I go on? A love like we had, oh, it will never die. I'll wait for the moment to be back by your side. Until that day, I will love you always. Wait for me, darling, until we meet again. This ring on your finger, it has a story to tell. Passed down through the ages, our daughter she will tell. This ring has a value no money can
Oh, Carol,
Thank
those
you
were
very
great. Tell me about those songs we just listened to.
All right. Right. Wham Bam was the one that won the bronze in the ISSA Awards last year. It was fantastic there. I loved it. In fact, I had to get up on stage and do a speech, and I'm not very good at speeches and things like that, but I was shaking wreck when I got up on the stage, and but I got through it and I did it, and it was really good. So, but it was to actually hear your name come out at the ISSA Awards was just something else. It was like something you would never ever dream would have happened to you in your life. So yeah, that was good. So that was Wham Bam. The ring I wrote, I wear my mother's ring. Um, and I was just looking at it one day and I thought, oh, like people have jewelry and it gets passed down through the generations. Your mum will give your son to give to his new wife, like so. I thought, well, there's got to be a song there somewhere, and that's where the ring came from, about like the ring still living on, even though the people aren't there.
Okay, wow, that's fantastic. Right. And so was last year your first time at those awards in Atlanta, or have you been there before?
No, that was the first time, and it was brilliant. I mean, they had like pre-party, and then they had an after party, but it was great to meet all like musicians who had met like on Facebook, online, but hadn't actually met in person. So it was great to do that, to be able to see them. You know what I mean? And made friends with them. That's all it's about, isn't it? Getting friends in the business and doing what you
Okay,
do.
so you'd say it was probably the biggest honor of your career so far, is getting to go to Atlanta. You think you'll go again, this year and beyond?
Well, if I'm lucky enough to get through to the awards, yes, I'm going to go. Yeah,
Okay,
because
that should be
I have
fun. I,
I have a few people in America that I know, and I didn't get to see them this time. So I've got like Ronnie Trash, who's a DJ. Um, he plays a lot of my songs. J.K. Coltrane, he lives in Clarksville. I was going to go see him, and then there's another guy who years ago when I sang in Fort Worth at Stockyards Opry. I had a tour organised and everything there, but unfortunately something happened at home and I couldn't go. So he still keeps in touch. So it's nice to go back and and see people.
okay, so obviously that should go. So are you represented by an agent, or do you pretty much represent yourself now?
I represent myself. I do have a promoter called Alan. He sends all my stuff out to the radio stations and does all my publicity and stuff like that. So so I'm lucky that way. I don't have to do that. But it just leaves me on to getting writing and doing the songs and recording them. I've got a great guy in the studio, Mike Watson. He's a bit like me. He's on the same level as me with music and how you want to interpret it. So you can be in the studio and then you're sitting and you say, "Well, I don't like that," and then someone else go, "Oh, that's good." So it's we'll keep that in, but we'll not have this bit. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, you're talking about Caden, right?
Caden Gordon.
Yeah, Caden Gordon. He's been on the show before.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's local, and I've represented. I mean, he represents a lot of people that I've had on as guests too, aside from you. That's why I said Country and Western, because that's pretty much who he represents. Most of his people that he represents are country and Western artists.
Yes, he does a lot of that, doesn't he? I met him at the awards. It was lovely to meet him because, like I say, I knew I've done like an interview on his radio show, but I'd never actually met him, so it was nice to meet him. And
He's
just,
such a young guy too. He's only 20 years old.
I know he's doing great.
Well, he's
isn't he?
21. He'll be 21 in February. Well,
I
guess
wish
what,
I was
Carol?
21. I wish
With
I was
those
20.
those two great songs we heard, we're now actually in the final 5 minutes of the show. I hope you had fun talking to me. I know it's been kind of a short one, but I hope we covered as much about you as we could in the time that we spoke.
It's been great. I've loved it. Like I say, I've just brought a cover version out of a song called "Let Me Try Again," which is a Paul Anka song. I've just brought that out, and I'm doing a song for a guy called Kenny Crider from America, called Once Is Enough. That's coming out. And I did a one for Marty Denton from the States as well. He's from, is it Arkansas or Arkansas? I don't ever know which way to say it.
We got Arkansas here. Okay, you were in Arkansas.
Oh, so yeah, so I did a song for him that got to #1 in the Nashville promotion charts, and I think it's number 28 in the Cashbox charts at the minute. So that did all right for me, you know. So like I say, I've got a lot of my own songs to record, but I keep getting people like from America, Canada, and places wanting me to record their songs as well. But what I do is I put them round to being how I want them to be. You know, they send me the song, and if I don't like it the way that they have it, I'll do it round to suit me in my arrangement.
Okay. Well, the remaining time, if you like, I'd like you to give shouts out to people that are going to see the show, because a lot of people are going to see it.
Right. I'd like to say a shout out to Alan Lawson, who's my promoter, to Dave Watson, all the lasses at the club. I do a Tuesday afternoon club. There's about 70 or 80 of them going there, so they all come get entertained on a Thursday afternoon, which is what I've been doing this afternoon. And then so they're all asking when it's going to be on, so they're going to be listening in. I've got Mike Watson, who's my the guy who does my music. Lorraine Crosby, who's a great friend of mine. She sang on the Meatloaf song, I Will Do Anything for Love. So yeah, there's a load of people out there which are going to be listening in. Me aunties, me uncles, everybody that you can think of.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, do you have anything coming up on the horizon, you know, now that we're in the new year, that you want to mention before we wrap the show up? I just want to make sure we cover everything. If not, that's fine. But I ask every guest this before we wrap up.
I've got a couple of festivals coming up this year. Digging Up Bones Festival, which is down in down Norfolk somewhere. And then I've got like a few down Skegness. I've got quite a lot of work in, so I'll be doing that, and then in between writing and singing and recording. It's like I say, it never stops. And then I do a radio show as well on a Tuesday for Nova Radio Northeast. So I've got quite a busy schedule, and I need more hours in the week.
I understand. All right. Well, we're going to wrap the show up in a minute. I have one last favor to ask. Will you stick around, and my tech guy will take a pic of us for Facebook, and I'll tag you in it. Will you be willing to do that?
Great. Thank you.
Okay. All right, folks. Well, guess what? The first show of Topic Time of 2026 is wrapping up. We had another great guest, obviously, and we have more coming up. So that's it. So Happy New Year to everybody. If I forgot to wish everyone Happy New Year at the beginning, I'm not going to forget now. And I will see you more next week and following weeks with plenty of great guests as always. So wrapping off and snapping out.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, exactly. There we go.
Lighting for ECAT production provided by the Avery Lee Williams Family Foundation.